Hey guys, Brad from Team Crimson here, bringing you a deck profile today. And also, super late on this one, but this is going to be the Royal Paladin deck profile post PSYqualia Strife. So, yeah. So, starter of the deck, Glime, because it's your starter. Yeah. Puppy. But yeah, got the nice hollow full art. I love that. Anyways, moving on. Next card. Playing 2 copies of Exculpate. Exculpate is beast, actually. Yeah, being able to do something that Royal Paladin doesn't normally do, which is attacking all of your opponent's units, is pretty freaking awesome. But the pseudo next stage ability too of being able to go into the restand, and usually your Blaster Blade is ridiculously has some ridiculous numbers attached to him, and he'll usually have plus crit as well. So, yeah, fun times. Alright, and I'm playing 2 copies, only 2, of Soul Cyber Dragon. You actually don't really need too much more, because Soul Saver is still kind of your win con for the deck, as much as it was before, but you've also got Exculpate there for as a win con as well. Usually what's going to happen is you're going to ride into Exculpate and then ride into this. If you did not use, some people don't seem to realize that Exculpate's ability of attacking rear guards, you don't have to do that. So you don't have to do that and pay the cost to attack the rear guards and stuff. So you don't necessarily have to do Soul Blast. You can just go for the restand and go for that. But that just depends on the situation anyways. But yeah, Soul Saver is still definitely one of your normal win cons. You can even go into Soul Saver and go into Exculpate, but yeah, Soul Saver is still there. And then next, playing 4 copies of King of Knights Alfred. I understand a lot of people having the reasoning for wanting to play Alfred early. I get it. Me personally, I don't like it. Alfred early doesn't swing for as good of numbers. Blaster Blade also calling a Blaster Blade out of the soul, I feel goes against the deck. As much as people say that King of Knights goes against the deck because calling a Blaster Blade from the deck, but if you've already got the Blaster Blade in soul, I know he's also Alfred Early also calls him from hand, but still, either way, you're kind of screwing yourself over. So I guess I would personally rather ride into Alfred, do a force on the rearguard circle, and call Blaster Blade from deck to deck thin, because deck thinning is deck winning. Power plus 5 and all of that crap. I would much rather do that than call a Blaster Blade from soul and possibly detriment my Exculpate turn. So yeah, at least that's my reasoning behind it. Next, grade 2 lineup, playing 4 copies of Blaster Blade because he's freaking Blaster Blade and you have to play him because he's Blaster Blade. So yeah, Blaster Blade actually is really good. Blaster Blade Rush Turn is a real thing, and it's quite fun. Being able to ride into Blaster Blade, call a bunch of rear guards and crap, and he'll gain a crit, is definitely very, very threatening. Along with being able to retire front row stuff, that's definitely helpful, especially against Excel clans. You're going to usually want to try to pop off that ability as much as possible, which is also why I believe King of Knights comes in handy, being able to call Blaster Blade to snipe at front row stuff is always a good thing. Next, 4 copies of Akane. Akane is Akane. I don't feel like I should really explain. Being able to call Pongal. Yeah. Being able to call Pongal, build soul, stuff. Reasons. Next, playing 4 copies of Sage of the Arts Yaron. So, he's just your 15k beat stick. He can hit numbers, especially if you've got any of your boosters behind as well. Swinging in for 23k. Very, very helpful. So. Alright, moving on to the grade 1s of the deck. Playing, obviously, 4 copies of Little Sage Marin. Being able to constantly, being able to call something in front to counter blast 1 and draw a card, and Marin gains +3, is amazing. Marin's a very, very solid card. Marin's the MVP of the deck. Kind of another MVP, not as good, but that is Knight Squire Allen. Also, yeah, you being able to draw a card, being able to plus, and being able to gain +3, very good. Playing 4 copies of Pongal. Pongal is your soul charge. Soul charge, if you soul charge a trigger, that blows, but at least it'll gain +5k, so you can still hit some pretty solid numbers. But yeah, the soul definitely helps. You're obviously for your soul saver turns, and it also helps because you might accidentally soul charge a blaster blade, which will help with the exculpate turn, because much rather have a blaster blade in soul than have to reduce your hand by a blaster blade. So yes, I'm playing 1 Tecton Wingull. There's some reasonings behind this. The only reasoning I've liked playing it behind the Vanguard for the Blaster Blade rush turns, so that Blaster Blade is hitting for some pretty potent numbers, and with plus a crit as well. Also being able to call it to a rearguard spot, and Superior Call Blaster Blade, and just swing for numbers is awesome. And then obviously playing the 4 hollow crits, the other 4 hollow crits, draw PGs, and the 4 hollow lanes, because you always need hollow triggers in your life. So yeah, that is basically it, guys. It's still very much lacking. Royals still need a lot of good support. Hopefully Monarch Sanctuary, hopefully all of that new sexy Royal Paladin stuff that's coming out in the Miyagi booster is actually good, so that Royals can get a shot in the arm that they need. But yeah, that's it. Please, guys, like and subscribe. Please, guys, comment. Let us know what you think of this deck profile. Let us know what you think of Royal Paladins as a whole. All that stuff. We'd like to hear it, and we'd like to have a conversation with you. Yeah. So, also, guys, please go ahead and look at the link in the description. I'm going to be putting in there a link to a GoFundMe page. It's not for me. It's for a member of the Vanguard community, a very prominent member of the Vanguard community. His name's Salt Cage. He's on the Vanguard wiki page, and he helps a lot with that. And he helps players a lot on that. He's a very, very solid, player, very good guy, and he tries to help the community. So I feel it's our turn to give back to him. So in this GoFundMe page, you can go click on that link. It'll give the whole story, but he's going through some rough times, him and his family. So if you could, please give. If you aren't able to give, then at least try to share the story, so we can get that out there, and so we can get that, hopefully help him out a bit. So yeah, that's it, guys. Again, please like and subscribe, and we will catch you later. See ya.